Damien, co-owner of Tulones. Shout out to the Progress Report.
And I'm Benji. Shout out to the Progress Report.
Why were you going crazy? Crazy.
The Progress Report.
All right, what's going on? It's your girl, Lala Shepherd, representing the Progress Support. And here, man, I am super honored. You know, I've been trying to get an interview with you guys for the longest. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
I'm Damien, co-owner of Tulones Clothing Line.
I'm Chris, better known as Benji, one of the owners of Tulones Clothing Line also.
Absolutely, absolutely, man. Y'all got the hottest clothing brand, you know, based in Atlanta, but y'all also circulating outside of Atlanta. So, you know, to kind of give some background information about the clothing brand, when did y'all get started? Why did y'all get started?
Well, we actually been doing clothing since high school, but we moved to the A in about 2015. But we were still based. Well, we still were going back and forth from our hometown, which is Mobile, Alabama. That's where we're from.
Got you.
So we basically were just brainstorming one day, and we came up with Tulones.
Yeah.
Yes.
It really came about. We had a different brand that really didn't stand with our moves. Yeah, it was something. The name of it was catchy to people, but we looked for something like deeper than just the name or something. So we thought of Tulones, which means a money sign.
Got you. That's super dope, man. I was going to ask you guys, so pronounce the name for people that don't know.
Tulones.
Tulones. Got you. Because
Tulones is the two-line S. So
got
you.
you.
Two-line. 1, 2.
Yes.
Okay.
Right there.
Respect. So y'all say y'all from Birmingham?
No, Mobile.
Mobile.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So y'all brothers too, right?
Right.
Okay. Talk about growing up together, man. What was that like? Who's oldest?
I'm the oldest.
Okay.
We've been the same our whole life.
Word.
I mean, we don't really have a relationship like most brothers and sisters. And we just chill. I mean, of course, we had our fights. And,
Of course.
But other than that, nothing. I mean, we've been at this same point.
I ain't really been I ain't really never been a bad example of a big brother. I really stayed on them and make sure my brothers, you know, stick to doing the right things, and then, you know, try to lead by example.
No, respect. Where did y'all get that entrepreneur spirit from? You know, because everybody, I feel like you either born with it or you not. But, you know, everybody can't handle the life of an entrepreneur. So where'd y'all get that spirit from?
I guess it's just a lifestyle.
Right.
I mean, before we even knew it was entrepreneurship, we were doing these.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just the lifestyle. I guess we look at it as just being the hustle. So it just kind of
Get out what you put in.
True.
That's in any aspect. So we just understood what you have to do to get. We understand sacrifices. And when you understand sacrifice and what you need to do to be in a better position, it's easier for you.
Gotcha.
Of course life comes, but when you working and that's what you want to do, it ain't really that hard to keep working.
Exactly.
That's a fact. What's some sacrifices that y'all had to give, you know?
A lot. A lot. Like
it just depends on what scale you want to see it on.
Right.
Nothing but sacrifice to get to this point.
This how crazy this is. This is the kind of sacrifice we took until about 2 months ago. Me and him had the same money since we left out of our mama's house.
Right. Same car, same everything. We never like those. We got 2 cars. We have 3 cars now, and we just got our own separate cars.
Right.
Probably at the beginning of this year. And so sacrifices, we can speak on that
right.
on a different level. Life insurance policies gone from what our mom had, of course.
Yeah,
they gone. We took those out.
Right.
We're good now, but we took those out in the building progress of building Tulones.
Got it. Hardest lesson learned so far?
I mean,
everybody. Nah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna just this is gonna be my lesson.
Okay.
Just today, even just with today, is that everybody not gonna be built like you.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You got to understand that when you want to grow, that a lot of people you grew up with, some of them not gonna understand what's going on. Some of them not gonna understand the morals and the things that you have. And it's so, I think the hardest thing in life is feeling like people are like you. You know what I'm saying? When you're thinking about a relationship or a friendship, like like yourself, you expecting the mirror, and that ain't what it is.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That's a fact.
I can agree.
That's a fact.
That's real life hard.
That's the hardest thing in life.
Yeah, but I mean, you want everybody to come like with success. You want to take as many people as you can.
Absolutely.
But you gotta understand the fact that it ain't the same. Like you growing apart. Like every stuff is changing literally every day. Like people becoming, and sometimes people, the stuff that you tell people, they don't realize until it's too late. Yeah, most of the time.
Very true.
Most of the advice you give and is not understood until it's too late.
Nah, that's a fact.
But everybody in here is all day one. But like every person in here, we grew up on the same street. Besides my partner Keith out there, I met him when I went to college.
Gotcha.
We've been cool since day one. He's been like a brother of mine. I don't even, because everybody out there, I don't even consider. We
consider them family. Like that's why when people ask us, "Oh, y'all got jobs?" We can't really
explain it as a job. That's all.
Because this our family. Like they gonna be in a different position. Like we all growing bosses together. Like,
absolutely.
Everybody gonna have their own role, but the goal is everybody boss to, like we all gonna be bosses for sure.
Absolutely, man. I respect that 100%. Talk about opening up the warehouse, though, man. I don't know if this always been a warehouse or what, but just talk about that and just talk about putting your team together, because you know teamwork is everything.
So, actually, I can speak from this perspective because what we have grown into. Last December, we were working at our house in the basement. January. Yeah, we moved to the warehouse in March. Actually.
Wow.
So, I mean, it's a lot has changed in the year when you able to switch perspectives and understand what you're doing. Like even coming into the warehouse space, and we trying to figure out, like, man, how we gonna fill up a whole warehouse? To now we gonna be moving into a new warehouse in 2 weeks. You know, so
yeah.
I mean,
it's just been it made it all pretty much surreal, just with the space and everything.
But me and my partners were talking about shit yesterday. I was like, we done made a nice amount of money. I mean, some people would have bought some nice shit, but I still can't. I tell them like all the time, like shit. I still can't believe nigga got multiple Louis Vuitton shit. It's just that simple.
The simple stuff, like the simple stuff. Because I mean, like I said,
nigga used to be on Instagram like, God damn.
I ain't understand how nobody got the stuff that they got on Instagram. I'm gonna just be totally.
Wow.
We from the country.
Right.
People got shit, but ain't nobody really having shit.
Yeah.
Like seeing somebody just doing it consistent. Like so, some of the stuff that we saw, it was a real eye opener. I mean,
even moving to Atlanta when we understand, like, man, these niggas like really got money.
This market, it expanded me to, because I mean, Damien, he was actually finishing college.
Gotcha.
So I did a lot of the market here at first. I was here by myself, but it literally only took a weekend. A weekend of me having the clothing, like we used to always travel to Mobile. We used to travel in our Sprinter van, and we would go down. We would have pop-ups at different locations and have a line. I mean, we could have this pop-up at a grocery store, and the line would be pretty much to the other side of the grocery store. So it just got tiring. Because, I mean, we still had a website rolling every day. We got inventory that has to be taken. So we were just like, we got to find something different. And one weekend of me working in Atlanta with my clothing, we were already a brand. People knew about us. But one weekend with me letting people know we had it on hand, it just opened my mind. Like, it made it explode. Like, bro, we sit, like me. I mean, being honest, in our home city, we started off making weekends with 10. We've made all the way to $60,000, $70,000 in a day.
Word. So
the $10,000 weekend, I literally worked one day and I met maybe 6 people and made $10,000. Like,
beautiful.
I was literally running to guys who were like, man, I want one of everything. And I'm like, bro, I understand what you're saying, but do I literally need to bring one of everything out of my house?
Yeah.
They're like, one of everything. Like, literally bring me one of everything. And I was like, bro, it's over. We got to go to Atlanta with this. We Georgia. We got to go to the Black Hollywood. This is what I call it. We got to go to Black Hollywood and turn up. It's game time.
Respect. So pretty much y'all was popping before y'all even came.
Yeah, I mean, we already pretty much had it going on.
Yeah,
Respect. So, I mean, and that's the beautiful thing about Atlanta. Y'all kind of just mentioned that it's just like, this the Black Hollywood, the Mecca, you know what I mean? And, literally every time I turn on a video, I'm seeing a brand. And, my artists, they fuck with y'all super heavy. And they really put me on y'all shit.
sure.
But, like I said, outside of Atlanta, you seeing major artists with the merch on and all that good stuff. So how does that make y'all feel when y'all see it?
It's crazy because I come into contact with them. I mean, most people who are artists, they contact me. So it's really crazy when my phone or my Instagram rings every time because it's no telling who I'll see.
And I want to give it was a lot of people that help us get to the point that
Absolutely.
we put us on for
Absolutely.
Sure. Like a lot of artists in Atlanta, like
VL,
I see him supporting y'all all the time.
It's all brothers.
Yeah.
Like,
he's on a whole different level. Like
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
the first person I met, and I told him like, bro, I'm finna do the clothes. He's like, my brother, we finna go. we finna go up, and he like, I ain't gonna wear nothing but this. I mean, from if I had to give it to him while he bought it, he always supported us on every level. Like
Respect.
if it was the day to pay for it, he paid for it. If I was showing love, it was love. So that's
Respect.
my brother for life.
Yeah, for sure.
Respect.
For sure.
But a lot of different other artists.
Oh, a
too.
lot of different artists.
Like
Young Maul, Quill.
Maul,
Those the homies.
Yeah, for
For
sure.
sure.
Lil A,
Lil
for
A.
sure.
Yep.
East side for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody from
For
the
sure.
East.
And another thing, my partner Keith actually he connected us with a lot of people. Like
Like
the first thing,
That's the homie.
Yeah, right. For sure. How we even get we got a little extra. The Young Thug wore clothes to Fashion Week in about
Nice.
like a Prada fashion show in 2017, 18.
And it was crazy. I mean, it was some clothing. We were shout out to JD over at Live House. They kind of gave us a lot of connections too.
Right.
Because any artist that would hit the door, they would pretty much tell them like, okay, I mean, if y'all want some clothing, y'all got to hit up Tulones. They're gonna come up here with enough fits for everybody to get something different. Like they got the drip. So he put us on the map with a lot of people. So that's how we got into with Young Thug, Gunna.
Right.
Respect.
Bukaloke, everybody.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Oh, that's the homie. Yeah.
Fantastic made it happen for sure.
For sure.
Fantastic was in that working, and he support everybody from our home city. He support everything everybody got going on.
Right. For
So
sure.
Fantastic really made the way wearing it in there, and they just like, what you got on, man? Until we just had to go sit in the studio session with him. Like they were asking him who we were and what were the clothing. So he was like, man, I got a session. Y'all can come up here and just chill with us. And from there, we pretty much went crazy.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Community is everything, man. You gotta support one another. So, and like I said, every time I go somewhere, I always see it.
No, you
go ahead.
Go back to our city. Like Rollo and Cap at the beginning of
For
the
sure.
day, rap
Oh,
careers.
yeah.
That's all. That's like our brothers. So I ain't.
For sure.
That's just, we rock.
We kind of
like
forget the city, but I mean, they all rock with us.
Absolutely.
Like all our artists and stuff. We really came all to the A by storm on them. Like Rollo, Cap, us.
Crazy.
We came up here just
working.
Yeah.
Working.
So keep the door down for sure. For
Alabama, respect. And just speaking of community, man, I see that y'all have a lot of community involvement as well. Y'all do stuff for like breast cancer. I've seen that y'all sponsored. I think that was that a high school team?
Yeah, gave back to our high school. We put
Gotcha.
them guys in Tulones that sponsor uniforms.
That's
like
dope.
All branded stuff. So that's a good thing. We actually give scholarships also.
Nice.
We work with a lot of different stuff back at home. We do a lot of charity. We make sure a lot of people straight. We even at the beginning of the pandemic, we even paid like 10 people rent.
Yeah, I forgot all about that.
Yeah,
wow.
That's just something we did. We just make sure we doing that.
We take care of the people who help us get
Oh,
here.
for sure. Yeah,
So
I mean, a
we
lot
got
of
the
times
giveaway
people talk
fund.
about change and they don't really be about that shit. Like you talking about change, you ain't doing nothing for what you come from, what you doing to change the circumstances of somebody else. Like they like to get the money from people and then not handle their social responsibility. To be honest, like I understand from a business perspective, you have a responsibility to, support the community that supports you.
And then it's just from the heart.
Yeah,
like,
right.
I mean, a lot of stuff we do is crazy because a lot of people understand, like, our team sometimes asks us, like, man, why are we finna give away $10,000 for a scholarship? Like, we like, man, Why not? Shit,
Right.
y'all tripping. Like, let's get this money the way we getting it, right?
Period.
Let's do something different. Let's be different than what we've ever saw. Let's be bigger and different than what we've
Right,
ever
sure.
saw. So we take it to.
I mean, a lot of people, and I know we see a lot of people say. I mean, we want people to latch on to the giveaways and stuff like that. That's why we told you in a typical space we don't even do stuff like interviews because we ain't really trying to be famous. I mean, we like to let our work speak for it.
Absolutely.
Like we just, I mean, like we like nice shit. That's just us being fly. But I don't really care about nobody seeing it.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. I like for people to see that you giving a change because more so than anything else, we want people to catch on to making a change in the community.
No, respect.
Rather than, I mean, you know, we want to be role models in a lot of ways. By you know, it's great to set an example and make somebody want to make a clothing line.
But it's bigger.
It's bigger than that.
It's
You don't want to just if you're gonna make a clothing line and you're gonna make some money from it, make sure you help out the people who help you.
Damn
Or
right.
whatever it is, even if you rap, bro. Like we listen
just
to
have
your
a
music
real
riding the
plan.
car. A real plan.
The plan is always to succeed. So all of this stuff, it gets greater later. So just remember that. That's part of the game. You want to be one of the greats, do what the greats do. For sure.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Can y'all speak on the Black Lives Matter movement? You know, this year has just been just an interesting year to say the least. And we had a lot going on, especially early in the year, and a lot of unspoken stuff that goes on that we probably don't even know about.
And that's really going to go back to what we were just talking about, how we want to actually be a part of the change. We don't like to really necessarily speak and like bring too much attention to a certain situation or opinion, and we actually make a change in our community. I'm actually trying to help one of the kids that's from that place be better, so they know, so we can have lawyers and doctors or whatever in the position, so things can actually change. It doesn't change by us. Just having an opinion on it.
Exactly.
We actually won't have
just
to
create a generational change.
Right.
By letting them know success is on all levels. We can accomplish whatever we want to accomplish. We just have to actually work towards it, and we will be the change that we want for sure.
Right. Exactly.
Respect.
It'll come about because we'll take over if we put our mind to it. As much as we put our mouth to it, we'll take over. No
Absolutely. Absolutely. Tips for anybody that's trying to start a brand, not even just in fashion, but
This
just
my favorite response to Instagram messages right here. I got you. If you starting a brand, start your brand, man. Any book or anything you read is a self-account on what that person did. The thing is, you have to create a plan then you'll be able to write a book also. So I tell people all the time, it's not no secret recipe to this shit. You just got to do what you got to do. Like, you make your own plan and then you execute. I can't tell you what to do because I ain't read no book to do this shit. I ain't nobody tell me what to do. I just did it.
Yeah. But the blueprint for every business is the same. I mean, if you want to just be honest, like work, reinvest, invest. I mean, invest before you reinvest. I mean, that's the key to in the game. Stay true to the public. Promote.
Stay true to yourself. Be morally correct.
Exactly.
I mean,
and there's no way to win because you're going to be doing something that you truly love. So every win is going to be a different win. It's just going to be on a bigger scale. So, like with the brand, we've always been winning. Nobody, I mean, it's nobody.
To us, it's a win. When you come from nothing, how is it not a win? Everything is a win.
So when I was making 5,000, like I'm making 5,000 not going to work. It don't matter to me. Like I do this for the rest of my life. Like not saying that I was content, but if it stay right here, I'm rolling. It's game time. We're gonna make something else. I'm gonna invest in some real estate or something. But right now, this gonna be the funds to get all that going for sure.
Respect, man. So our show is called The Progress Report. You know, we talk about growth, getting better, and all that good stuff. So can each of you guys define the word progress? What does it mean to you?
I just feel like it's a constant betterment. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. It can be a small thing. Progress is just making a step towards your overall plan every day. I mean, whatever it is for you, it can be religious, it can be, even it can be selfish reasons, but progress is just working towards your true self or the true meaning of what you want your life to be about.
And I look at progress as the same and self-accountability.
Right.
If you always holding yourself accountable,
you can't.
There's no way that you're not going to progress. Like if I tell myself, okay, yesterday I did this wrong, I did this, and I can critique myself, it's nothing. It's no way I'm not gonna win, and that's how. I mean, I can speak on that from a personal level and everything. Like, if you hold yourself accountable, there's no way you're not gonna be great.
Right,
for sure.
Facts, man. Any closing remarks?
Y'all already know. Shop Tulones.
www.tulones.com. You download the app in the App Store, Google Play.
Yeah, that way. Benji, dollars. Y'all already know what it is. Tulones team. That way. We out.